Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Mic'd Up Sabs. I'm here with Murph yet again, and we're talking about the Yankees versus Indians, wild card matchup, series, first ever in baseball as a series. Gerrit Cole, Shane Bieber on the bump. What are you thinking? I mean, this is the matchup that you want to see.
The matchup we all wanted to see, and not the matchup we really got. It did not turn out the way people were going to think. Bieber got rocked, and it started early. DJ to Judge hitting that two-run shot.
Judge on the first pitch sends a ball well hit out to right center field. On the run is DeShields, and
the Yankees just hot. The bats are back. We had 7 hits. How many hits do we have off them?
7,
9. We had 9 hits. 9 hits and 7 runs off Shane Bieber.
4 2/3.
The Triple Crown winner. You know, that's insane. That's just not even something I thought was imaginably possible. Like I came into this game really nervous. I thought, okay, is Cole going to be able to hold them down enough so that way we can wear out Bieber, right? I thought it was going to be like we're going to have to drive up his pitch count.
Drive up his pitch count, get to the bullpen as quick as possible.
Got to get to that pen. And sure, I don't even know. I guess the boys just clicked. They flipped that switch that everyone was talking about, that they were talking about. They just flipped it, and they slammed that thing up, and they came out firing all cylinders. The Bombers were back in a huge way, touching up the Triple Crown winner and the Cy Young winner. It was awesome to watch. It was just pure dominance from the first inning, just pure dominance.
That's what Yankee baseball is, man. I would love to see that performance. I mean, fun fact, Bieber gave up 14 earned in 77 innings pitched this year. In 4 innings pitched today, he gave up 7 runs. So he halved his total earned. That's nuts in one start. And you got like I personally I was thinking like it was gonna be a 1-0 game. 1-2-0 game kind of thing. 1-2-1, whatever. And they come out and do this. Judge homer, Torres 4 for 4, 3 RBIs.
the next 2-2. Another fastball, and that's hit in the air out to deep left field. Naylor giving chase, as is DeShields, and that one's gone.
Gardner homers, Stanton homers, just an absolute mercy killing of the.
Everyone participated, 1 through 9. Everyone did something to contribute to this win. Everyone got pretty much a hit or a walk. Everyone contributed in some facet, right?
That's a team game right there. That's what we want to see.
That's Yankees baseball, especially like, there's a lot of question marks. Higgy catching behind the dish is not going to be a good idea, right? People worry we're going to lose that offensive production from Sanchez. Although he has been struggling this year, we'll get to him. Game 2, big man showed up. But, yeah, Higgy stepped up in a big way, catching a good game, and he even got a hit, And then Gardner, the idea, like, is it a good idea to start Gardy over Clint Frazier? But if you look at the stats coming into the postseason, Gardy was the hot bat, and he deserved to start. And he showed it
in his last 7 starts or something like that.
He showed it. Hit 3 for 5. My man did it all for us. Had 3 RBIs. Insane, dude. You couldn't ask for a better performance. Justified the starting of Gardy, and probably going to justify him coming back next year, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. The leadership on the bench, even if you want to make that case besides the hitting, I'll take him back next year for leadership.
Exactly.
We'll get into that another time, of course. But we'll get down to the pitching, bro. Gerrit Cole. This is what an ace does. This is what we signed him to do. I was feeling very confident in Cole's ability, of course. Who doesn't feel when he goes on the bump, especially in the playoffs? 7 innings, 13 Ks, 0 walks, 2 earned, 6 hits. He's the first AL starter to strike out 13 and not give up any walks in Major League history. That's insane. I mean, he was dicing hitters up and blowing it by him. His fastball was electric. It was
great stuff. The only guy who really got to him was Josh Naylor, their hottest hitter by far, going 4 for 4 in the game. The guy was a beast for the little fireball. And, he was the only guy who really touched up Cole. But other than that, it was just smooth sailing, 13 Ks, like you said. Awesome stuff. Sessa coming in, giving us a solid 2 innings. Giving him 1 run, but whatever. At that point, it was still 12-2, so you don't really care, right? You're just thinking that, hey, let's just wrap this thing up and get ready for tomorrow.
And we know a few people that say, like, oh, like, Sessa's on your Major League roster just to get the garbage innings. He did get the garbage getting innings, but he does his job. And as a Yankees fan, I when a player does his job, I couldn't be more happy. That's it. Yankees did their job, got the win, take the series
Huge win.
lead 1-0. Yanks win 12-3. Game 2, Tanaka versus Carlos Carrasco. It's Tanaka time. But the MLB likes Yankees.
Bro,
Use my language.
From the jump, dude. From the jump. You delay a game expecting rain, right? They saw, I don't even know if these knuckleheads went outside and they just saw the clouds and they're like, oh, it looks like it's going to rain. Let's let's just hold this thing back a little bit, right? They delay it for, like, what, an hour? Like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Finally, the game gets underway. Carrasco gets relatively a clean inning in terms of weather, right? There's some wind, mind you, but it wasn't Tanaka's half of the inning who just pitched through a monsoon, like a rainstorm. Like a thunderstorm rolled in and just threw Tanaka off of everything, right? He already had to get delayed an hour, and now he's getting delayed. Now he's getting poured and rained. It's windy. It's cold. And he gives up 2 doubles, gives up essentially a free run, right? And I get it. You have to battle through, but, dude, you can't. That's just terrible stuff. That's terrible stuff from the MLB, expecting him to pitch through that. That should have immediately been delayed. I don't know why he even took the inning and had to even take the mound in that situation. And then you delayed another 45 minutes, right? Just terrible stuff. And then he comes out, and it didn't get much better that inning, but then he managed to settle down, at least give us 4. He definitely didn't have his typical Tanaka stuff, but again,
playoff Tanaka stuff.
Not his playoff Tanaka stuff, but this is just, I think this is a circumstance of just poor. The elements working against him, I guess. The overall baseball god saying, not today, Tanaka.
And just horrible decision-making by Major League officials.
Terrible.
I don't think it was just – I don't think it's the umpire's decision. I think it was –
it's MLB. It's MLB.
We need to get this game going because we need to stay on schedule kind of thing.
And it's like – and not just from a Yankees perspective, mind you. Like, I understand, like, we sound kind of biased, but the Indians fans that was – not cool for them either, right? They get off to a hard start, right? Getting 1 on the board real quick, no outs, or 1 out, whatever it was. And then they could have piled on easily. And Cookie, Carrasco having a phenomenal first inning, and then having to wait an extra 45 minutes. Like, you don't know what that did to him, right? That could have killed all his momentum, all his motivation, his focus, right? He's a veteran pitcher, so I imagine he's used to this type of thing, right? But, like, still, that's just – it's a terrible situation to get put in if you're Carrasco. So both teams getting the bad end of it, and it showed. Like, all the pitching struggle today on both sides, just a bloodbath.
The Yanks go down early, you know that. It's what 4-0 now.
4-0 going to
Stan Homers. Stan Homers in the 4th.
In the second
Makes it 4-1. Then we get the bases loaded for the Cleveland prospect, Giovanni Urshela, against the Wild Thing. He told him, nah, fam. And he sent a grand slam out to left field.
All right, full count pitch to Urshela. A swing and a drive to left field. Gio Urshela's hit a grand slam.
He even popped the chain. I don't know if you saw that. Popped the chain. Pointed to the dugout. He had a little swag in his step. That was his Yankee moment.
That's
by far.
They talk about earning your pinstripes, right? And he definitely did that in that game. He earned his pinstripes and then some. Just the plays he was making defensively, the at-bats, the grand slam to get us back in the lead. Just huge stuff. You can't even stress it enough how much he benefited this team and how much he means to this team right now.
He's the $25,000 man. And I saw there was an article that said, if only Giovanni Urshela could hit. If only, am I right?
If only, dude. If only. Jeez, that's a piece.
That makes it 5-4. Game going back and forth. We get the Sanchez game tying sac fly, and we have the Sanchez home run.
That home run was unbelievable. Like, even the right fielder looked up at that thing and said, how the fuck did that thing just get out of here?
Yeah. That was so close to not going out. and going out. Like, it was.
Dude, it literally caught.
Yeah.
It caught this like the jet stream. I don't know. It caught some sort of air. The wind was blowing perfectly out there.
If you saw the side view, it looked like it was a pop-up.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And it
just carried. Unbelievable stuff.
Personally, if you get to that point in the game, they had I wouldn't have pitched McKenzie. He's a rookie. He has a few starts underneath his belt. He's really good. Kid you not I mean, of course. But they had my boy Aaron Savale. I would have pitched him. You know, just a little questions on the board, you know. But I ain't gonna complain. You know. But the Yankees pen, I think they did very well. Besides the fact, like I see that Loizago did blow the save, and Britton did give up the 2-earned, but he did come in and get a big double play, Britton.
Yeah, I mean, I think on paper, you know, if Tanaka only gives us 4, and right there, I'm kind of worried, right? Because the game plan normally, you want your starter to at least give you 5 or 6 at minimum, right? So that way, the idea is Green to Britton to Chapman, right? And unfortunately, Green was a good decision to bring Green in. Unfortunately, he just didn't, you know, he had his stuff, but he didn't have his stuff. It was weird, you know, getting 2 guys on. Britton comes in, does his job for the most part, gets us out of that inning. But then I don't understand the decision to bring in Loizaga at all, right? He hasn't been in an intense, high-leverage situation all year, right? So if you're going to use him for that situation, I think you would have had to use him earlier in the year to show that he could do it. And I don't like that decision at all to bring him in. Mind you, it was an insane move by the Cleveland Indians to take out their hottest hitter, Josh Naylor, who, what did he do with this? He had he was 1 for 2 for 3, 1 for 3 at this point, and he's your hottest hitter. And you swap him out for a guy who's hitting
he was all your offense in game 1, and you're taking him out. Like,
it blows my mind that they would do that. And then, for some reason, you know, we decided to not leave him Britton and bring in Loizaga, which I don't like. I don't know why Ottavino wasn't in this game.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You don't have the biggest trust in him. You don't have the most faith in him. But there's no reason why Ottavino's not in that situation, why he's not in this game. That just blows my mind. Absolutely insane to me that you bring in Loizaga. I hate that decision. And then you leave him in for the next inning, and he gives up 2 walks. Why do you leave him in for 2 walks, especially if you're just going to bring Chapman anyways? Why did I give Chapman 2 innings at that point? So that's just –
the underrated highlight of the night that no one's talking about is that 2-inning save and win from Chapman.
Dude, that's massive stuff.
After everything that he's been through this year, COVID, a few bad outings here and there, he comes in at 2 innings, 4 Ks, and then he's throwing 102. He did that 4 times last night, and he
threw a splitter.
Yeah,
that got bisect. It was nastiest. Not even nasty. It was just such a power splitter. It was.
Chapman's laughing. Yeah, he just put the tying run, the winning run up to the plate. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Bro, I was literally watching the game with my dad. I'm like, all right, dirt ball this. I was literally in my head, it's throw a dirt ball, throw a dirt ball, throw a dirt ball. He throws, and I'm like, oh no. I just watch it go.
Dirt ball.
Just watch it go all the way to the back. So I watch Gary Sanchez fall on his butt. I'm like, oh no. My dad's like, this is what you wanted, huh? You wanted that dirt ball? Is this what you wanted? This is what you wanted to see?
Well, you got it.
He's like, he's been throwing 100. Let him throw 100. I'm like, my bad. I guess he wasn't supposed to swing at it. Just, that had my heart going. But then they brought in Austin Hedges, so I knew everything was going to be okay in the end.
Facts.
I don't know why you pitch it for Austin Hedges. The guy is the worst hitting catcher in the league. I don't care if he's hit home runs. He's literally the worst hitting catcher in the league. I loved his calling in terms of game calling in San Diego, but he has 0 offense, bro.
But the hero of the night, besides Urshela.
On the ground, sharply hit. Great play by Urshela to LeMahieu for 1, and the Yankees turn the double play. Wow.
Who, of course, deserves that championship belt. DJ LeMahieu with the winning Single up the middle off the best pitcher in the American League. Reliever.
A bouncer back up the middle and through. Urshela comes around to score, and DJ LeMahieu on an 0-2 pitch has given the...
I caught myself there. Brad Hand hits that single back up the middle, and he extends the Yankees to 10-9. I mean, what, like this bring the Brinks truck to Yankee Stadium and say whatever you want. Whatever you want, you know?
Dude, there's just no way you can let this guy walk in free agency. There's no way.
It's got to be. It can't. You can't let him go into free agency. It's whenever the season ends, whether it be a championship, elimination, you go up to him and say, "Here, dude."
Wait, you hand him an empty check.
What do you want?
You slide him an empty check and you tell him to write down whatever number he feels like writing down.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see him asking for a giant contract. I think he goes to another 2, maybe 3-year deal.
I think at 4.
4-year deal.
I'm thinking 4. Maybe 3 with an option.
Yeah. And there is no way in my mind that the Yankees can let him walk. There's going to be a riot.
Like, I think here's why you sign him for a long-term deal. I think he's the type of hitter where it doesn't matter how old he is. He's just got that vibe. Because he's just got that. He doesn't hit for power, right? But he can. But that's not his thing. His thing is hitting to all parts of the field. He's got that Derek Jeter-esque vibe. And Derek Jeter was hitting all the way to his retirement. He was hitting. And he's got that same type of vibe where he can just hit.
And I've never seen Aaron Judge has the same feel, but I've never seen because he wasn't like homegrown DJ. I've never seen someone not who wasn't homegrown come to the Yankees and be this welcomed and this supported. And I get he's doing well, and of course the fans are doing, but they never our fan base get behind someone so much and just be as confident in him.
Especially someone so let's be honest, underrated, right? Before he came to the Yankees, there weren't a lot of people talking about DJ LeMahieu, right? And it's just so it's an amazing feeling where you essentially turn this guy into the superstar he deserved to be before. But it was just one of those things where he's kind of like blown over because he's on the Rockies and you got Trevor Story, you got Nolan Arenado, and then you got the Coors effect, right? So no one wants to truly believe he's a talented hitter, and he comes to New York and he does exactly what he did there. And he just hits the cover off the ball to all parts of the field. And people love him just because he's such a calm, cool, collected guy, and he just does his job.
He's awesome. He's not on social media. He's not messing around. He's what a Yankee embodies, in my opinion. Again,
exactly.
Hard worker, plays multiple positions, will do whatever he needs to win a game for the team. I mean, Yankees win 10-9, man. On to the Rays. I'm ready. I'm ready,
dude. This was just such an exciting game. This was just such a high leverage, high stress intensity game, and I loved every bit of it. This is probably one of my more favorite playoff games to watch in a very long time.
One of my this will definitely be up there in the Andrew playoff or just games watched that it's like an all-time favorite.
Yeah, literally, if it wasn't for that first inning and the rain delays, I think this is probably one of the better postseason games to watch.
And I probably do think it's a mercy killing like game one. I'm going to be quite honest with you because the Cleveland bats really kind of –
They snuck up on Tanaka.
Tanaka ends up going 6 or something.
They caught him sleeping. If you expect Tanaka to have a bad outing this next outing, you're out of your mind. He's going to be pitching in sunny San Diego. Oh, bro, listen –
and he's going to be pissed off because he got shammed out of a good start.
Yeah, he's going to remind everyone why he's playoff Tanaka. And it's going to be awesome. I think honestly, I think Cole and Tanaka, I think they're going to win it, dude. I think if we get those first two wins, I think it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I really do think they can get that win, especially the way our offense has been performing against good pitching, right? We literally faced the Triple Crown winner, AL Cy Young. We faced the best closer in the game in Brad Hand. We faced –
and tattooed the closer.
We got to him. We touched him up.
And Karen Chuck has been very good this year.
Dude, I don't even know if he gave up like a run for like the last couple of weeks of the season, right?
Yeah.
And we touched him up really good. He just, this is a classic. Like he was so nervous, so shaky, so jittery. He almost ate his glove on the field when he gave up that grand slam to Gio.
Yeah. You could see it that something was going to happen. He went, what was it, 3-2 on him?
Yeah, I think it was a 3-2 count, and he just threw that fastball right there low, and Gio just climbed down to get it.
He kept on like spinning the ball on the mound. You saw it. He's like, I don't want to walk this guy. I'm going to try to blow it by him. And I think Gio was just sitting dead red, man.
Gio was ready for it. He's sitting all over it. So this was a really good pitching team, right? Don't get it twisted, right? Just because we hit them doesn't take anything away from the Cleveland Indians.
I think this is one of the best pitching teams, if not the best in baseball this year.
I think, just the overall pitching talent. I think, these guys were probably the team to beat in terms of overall pitching talent, other than maybe the Rays. And I think they're pretty much like identical teams in a sense in terms of like top-heavy lineups and really good pitching, right? So I think based on what I'm seeing here, I think we could duplicate that same result, right? I think we could go take 3 off the Rays pretty easy.
And we're going to sunny San Diego
on Monday.
We got Cole, probably, I want to say Cole Snell or Cole Glasnow.
I would assume Cole Snell,
Mhm.
right? I think because they trusted Snell in game 1 of the elimination game, so I imagine they trust him in game 1 of the ALDS. And then probably Tanaka's Glasnow. And then game 3, do they have Morton? What's up with Morton?
I think he's like available, but for like short start. So if not like a 3 inning out of him, and then they go to like that guy Thompson that throws sidearm.
Yeah, they probably do like kind of like a hybrid bullpen game 3, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's no off days. That's the weird thing. There's no off days in this ALDS. So it's literally 5 games in a row if it gets to that point.
And it's just one team gets out to an early lead. That starter it could end up, if the bad manager, you take him out, your bullpen's screwed for the rest of the series.
Yeah, because you got to think, like, if I'm being honest, the Yankees definitely, in terms of both teams are going to struggle, right? Especially if Cole gets rocked or if Snell gets locked, right? This is going to be a very tricky season because it's going to be like pitchers are going to have to pitch back-to-back and possibly back-to-back games, right?
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of relievers throughout these games. This is going to be a dogfight. I think the AL and ALDS is going to be definitely an exciting round to watch. You got the Astros versus the Athletics. That's 2 teams who don't like each other. You got the Rays versus the Yankees, 2 teams who don't like each other. Definitely going to be some dogfights, but I got the pinstripes all the way, baby.
Faithful to the pinstripes, man. Thank you, Murph, for joining me. We got to cut this one. Have a good one, everyone. We will see you Monday. Yankees baseball, playoff baseball. Have a good one.